Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Bug Fables Mystery Metals Randomizer, where I am currently wearing the metals that we see here. We finished the honey processing area last time, and now we're headed down to honey storage, after having helped Malby so that he could fix the pumps. And down in the honey storage area, we will encounter some more baddies, as well as the detectors going off, because there's a crystal berry up in this area that I would like to get. But yeah, first it looks like there's a Denmuki in our way. So let's get to it. 3 enemies. So Kabu could do some good work dashing through. But let's go ahead and have V and Leif each use a turn to deal some damage, while we can still rotate the party. And then let's go ahead and move things around and have Kabu dash through. Let's have Leif get this guy out of the ground, because I'm not sure that Kabu's dash through would hit him otherwise. I forgot about the fact that Leif's strong start means that he has exhaustion that ramps up quicker and doesn't deal as much damage. Alright. And sure enough, Kabu misses the middle guy. Okay. So that was my bad. Let's see. Kabu did a 4 and a 4. You know what I'm gonna do? He would do a 3 and a 3, even though it's gonna waste some TP. I'm gonna dash through, just because I like getting 2 enemies off the battlefield right off the bat. Alright, so with only one guy left to deal with, sure, let's put V back in front. And wail on this guy with the boomerang. And then let's turn relay to V. To hit for 3, even though we only needed 2, so I didn't actually need to do that turn relay. These are the minor optimizations and different things that I wanted to think about. I did store a couple of items between the last episode and this one. So as a result, I won't be constantly having as much inventory space problems as I did last time. Alright, there's a turret back here. That can be hard to see. I knew he was coming and he still got me. Hey, I got an awesome block. Alright, but despite that, V has gone down. Alright, guess it's up to Kabu dashing through once again. Try to save the day. And I do have 2 turns. I think let's do this. Let's get this guy out of the ground. And then, even though I don't think it's going to actually kill any of these guys, let's just go ahead and dash through again. I'm going through all my TP because I know that there's a Venus Bud coming up. Alright, and so now just don't die. I guess that counts as not dying, right? We'll say yes. Alright, I don't even have to hit the right button in order to deal enough damage here to end this battle. V the Bee is lying on the ground, but she'll get back up with 1 hit point. And this is all we need to get over to the Venus Flower. Definitely is a huge advantage, knowing what's coming. And the second playthrough that I'm doing here for YouTube. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to do. There's so many different things that I could optimize, and I don't know, I've been slightly disappointed, by the metals that we got in terms of the metal randomizer, that I got so much TP. Because it hasn't forced me into a terribly different strategy that I might use otherwise. But who knows what metals might be coming, or failing to come, next. So once again, I'm going to spend a bunch of TP. Because that's what I do. And also, it's kind of what my party is built for. And you won't be able to do anything, so let's just have you do nothing. Darn, even with the status resistance, got numbed. And so, doesn't look like we're going to be able to finish this battle this round. But this time we can. And we'll be rewarded with a magic seed that we might need in a moment for an upcoming boss battle. This is the place where it tells us about the Beamerang's cool backswing ability. Turns out that it was possible to get that information earlier in the game. Oh, I'm carrying too many items? Really? In that case, I'll pick that back up again in a second. Do I really pick up that many items? I guess let's just eat the aphid egg. Alright, magic seed is still there. And then I think over here is where we have to fight the Obama Honey with Zasp and Masama, and I don't think I'm in good enough shape to do it right now. So let's actually go visit Venus once more. For the heal. And then I'll be feeling good. So again, the key Beamerang ability here is the fact that if you leave it in midair, it returns behind where it got thrown from, so it'll hit the switch when I let go. And that lets us get over here to discover an empty room. It's so weird to be an empty room. And here's the reason. Alright. Do I need to spy this thing? I don't think we're ever going to encounter it again. So I think I'm just going to go all out with skills. And deal a ton of damage and win the battle that way. Because why not? So let's have you relay once to V, who can do another Hurricane Toss. And then we'll try to freeze you. And it works! And that means that V is going to deal even more damage with the Hurricane Toss because the enemy is frozen, therefore it takes extra damage, and that ends up applying to all of these strikes. And I'll try to freeze once more, just in case it works. It did. Alright, I blew my entire TP budget. But it was enough. Oh, and we got a rank up. That's nice. I had not thought about the fact that that was coming. We're of course going to go for medal points. I'll have to decide what I want to wear. There's Mothva and Zasp, who don't want to talk about it, but Zasp is going to give us another pass so that we can get through to the next area. And back in the previous room, there was a crystal berry that I just need to do some platforming to get to. And so maybe we'll fast forward until we get to the next bit. Alright, crystal berry obtained. And there's another save point here that I'll hit because I like hitting save points. And then we're going to need Leif in the next room. But let's insert the factory pass. And this is the room that has the Overseer trapped in it. And basically all we have to do is get to her. And so it's definitely easiest to just use Leif and his shield to avoid getting attacked by enemies. So that is what I shall do. Especially since we just got to rank up. We're not going to rank up again before the next boss. Hello, Overseer. We've come to rescue you. And this is kind of like a, I don't know, like stealth kind of phase or whatever. Basically, if any of the monsters hit you, you get sent back to the beginning. But once again, we can use Leif's shield in order to just get the monsters out of the way. Not have to worry about it. So we'll do that. We do need to hit this crazy thing. Fortunately, it's a short area. And we've rescued the Overseer. Now everything's going to be okay, because she can undo the lockdown and review the safety protocols that got us into this mess in the first place. Alright, and I'm still at full power, it looks like. So we'll be able to... Why is there this still going off again? Is there something to discover in this room that I didn't talk to? Probably. Well, all discoveries is not one of my quests in this game. I just want to be completionist in terms of all the side quests, not in terms of getting all the recipes or getting all the discoveries or all the other things you can do to 100% this game, so I'm not going to worry about it. Or maybe there's another item in there that I forgot about as well. Alright, but since we're all healed up and ready to go, let's just move on to trying to replace the core, only to be assaulted by a B-33 drone. Also, possibly another pun on B. But I guess there's a long cutscene, so let me fast forward through it. And it just occurred to me during the cutscene that I ranked up and forgot to actually spend my medal points on anything. So, oops. We can always, if we fail this somehow. This is actually one of the harder battles, I feel. But yeah, if we need to, we can always retry and rearrange our medals. But for now, we have a pretty straightforward strategy, which is Hurricane Tossing with V, and occasionally doing a Frigid Coffin. But once again, we'll save it for later in the battle, because in the early stages of the battle, things are not super dangerous. Hey, I actually blocked that. That's good. Alright, so Hurricane Toss again. Also gets this thing on the ground so that Kabu's in reach. And let's see. We're not super hurting yet, so I'll continue to deal more damage. And do I want to do a Frigid Coffin yet? I think no, but maybe I will go ahead and eat a Succulent Platter to get some healing going. Alright, and we successfully blocked those things, and I'm glad to have the extra healing. Alright, so it's time for a Hurricane Toss. Nobody saw that coming. And it looks like we could all use some more healing once again. I'm going to try a Frigid Coffin this time around, so let's eat some roasted berries to give everybody a few more hit points. And let's try out Frigid Coffin and make sure we hit the right buttons. Nice. Alright, that's pretty huge, not gonna lie. I can do another Hurricane Toss. And so I shall, to deal tons of damage. And then at this point, we're gonna need some donut power, I think. So let's have a delicious crispy donut. And while we have the advantage, let's try to Frigid Coffin him again. ZZZ. Alright, I was successful at the buttons, but not successful in actually freezing him. But he is starting to crack. And my guys are still alive, so everything's coming up good for me. So we will Hurricane Toss. And let's see. I could do another 7 with another Hurricane Toss from V, which would not be enough to kill. So I'm going to need to survive another round of combat. And so I think what I'm going to do... I don't have any more of the berries. We need to make sure that V stays alive. So let's use some berry juice on V. And maybe we'll get lucky and land a Frigid Coffin here. Oh, but then I won't be able to... I could eat another donut or something. Let's try to land the Frigid Coffin, because that would just ensure victory, basically. Hey, we did it. Victory is ensured. And this guy doesn't have defense anymore, so actually a Tornado Toss will be enough to kill him, I think. Assuming I managed to hit the buttons in the right sequence at the right times. I guess it's not so much sequence, just the timing. Alright. So the bee drone ended up being pretty easy. And that makes sense because the next level up's at 111, which is my number, which means everything's gonna come out Brian. Hooray! Alright. So at this point there'll be a long cutscene where we replace the core and get the next artifact to bring back. So I'll meet you guys in a little bit. Alright, I did the outgoing cutscene. V had a fight with their sister. I got a bad book out of there that I returned to Reeves. And now I'm back after depositing money in the bank to see what medal we get for defeating the heavy drone, B33. We get Heal Plus medal. Items used by the equipped bug will heal 1 more HP. That one's okay. Oh, and a Honey Nation was one too. We got the Hard Hits medal. I'm not going to be wearing that. That just makes the game harder and gives you some more money in exchange. Let's see. So I guess the next thing to do then is to go actually have the cutscene with the Queen where we turn in this artifact and discover that it's only half of a whole in terms of the key. I don't think there's anything interesting there, so I'll probably meet you after that. In the cutscene with the Queen, we learned that the other half of the artifact is somewhere in the Lost Sands in the Sand Castle. In the meantime, I went and got 150 berries because it occurs to me that this is the stage of the game where I can buy the house back in the main plaza. And so I would like to do that because I still haven't even healed up after the last battle. Hand over the keys. Alright, we get the flower key, which means we can now go back home and sleep for free instead of having to use the inn, which is pretty great. But while we are here in Defiant Root, there are also some new quests available. And so, I want to try to check those out. And we can do them together because there's one that we can actually knock out of the park right now. Well, knock out of the park is maybe too strong. You'll see in a moment. I did talk to Kenny there to advance his quest. He's that old guy with the monocle that we see in all the different towns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab my storage and take out some shell ointment. That is it for now. And then we're going to go to the quest board and discover that one of the quests is someone who's hot. There's Butler Missing by Madeline, which we'll probably do very soon. There's Bandit Hunt, which is just one that eventually you have to kill a bunch of bandits. And then this is the one with the girl in the museum who's too hot. In my previous playthrough, I waited to give her an umbrella. I think possibly you can give her multiple things. Alright, so she's hot. Lethal Freezer, which will make her temporarily cool, but then immediately turn hot again. Don't we have something like an umbrella that could help her out? Well, I do have something. It's shell ointment. That's a fancy brand. This will protect you long enough. It's a good band-aid. An umbrella would have been better. Give her the shell ointment? I'm gonna say yes. And see if I get a reward. Alright. 30 berries. That's fair. Alright, so we got 30 berries out of that. I think you can possibly give her the umbrella again later and maybe get another reward. So that could be interesting. While I'm here, I probably, since I have some berries on me, want to do some cooking. And I do have a couple of crispy donuts. I could go ahead and make one more. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go sleep in the inn at home, and then we'll go try to do Madeline's quest. So I'll meet you guys in a moment. I just slept at my new house, and it occurs to me that there's a medal available to us after buying the house. It's a mystery medal, of course. What's it gonna be? Reflection. Do nothing, increases defense for 1 turn. Yeah, it's hard to kind of build around that, so I don't see that one actually being too useful. Alright, I'll meet you guys over in the Golden Settlement, and we'll try to go find Madeline's butler. Alright, I ended up just doing this one on my own because I realized I know where he is. It's just a kind of hide and go seek and do some platforming to get there. And so there wasn't any combat involved. But I figured I would bring you guys back to see the end of the quest because I think we're going to get a reward that might be a medal. Oh, it's a lore book. Alright, and she is carrying an umbrella, but we have to rescue her butler again later in the wild swamplands or whatever, before she'll finally get back home, and then we'll have access to her umbrella. So that'll have to be something for the future. So then in terms of quests, it seems like the next thing is probably going to be to fight some more bandits in the Lost Sands. Also, while I'm at the Golden Settlement, we can start the whole treasure hunt that involves trying to get the red paint for V's sister. But yeah, it does seem like I could try to go after golden seedlings to get a tangy berry for Cut's cook training thing as well, so I might try that as well. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and start some of the bits for the trading quest for the red paint, but none of that involves combat, and so you don't have to see that again since you've seen it before in the previous playthrough. Assuming you watched my previous playthrough. If you didn't, you should go watch it. It was a lot of fun. This game has a good story, even though I'm mostly skipping it this time through. So yeah, I'll see you guys again in a little bit. It occurs to me when exiting the Golden Settlement that there actually is, I think, a medal over here that we might be able to get to now that Leif knows how to walk across the bird grass or whatever. Also, we do need to fight some bandits anyway, and I think you're going to be somewhat difficult enemies for me right now. Yeah, we'll go ahead and spend TP to do it. And it appears that I don't have spy data for this moth guy. So let's go ahead and spend a turn just to spy him. And be reminded, Leif doesn't have defense. Alright. And let's see, you could still hit for a couple, and then Kabu could hit for a couple and take this guy out. And then you can at least make the arrow worm surface. Alright, that felt pretty effective. I need to mash. Alright, success. Good block. And arrow worm, zoom. I managed to block it as well. Hooray! A tornado toss will be sufficient since you don't have defense. And that'll deal a lot of damage. So I think we'll be able to finish you off this turn. Because Kabu will deal 2, and Leif can also deal 2. Just don't hit the wrong button. I was worried by saying the words wrong button. I was going to cause myself to hit the wrong button, but fortunately I was clever and still hit the right button. Alright, I don't have the arrow worm spied, but I think I'm okay with that. Let's just get this battle done, because V's already hurting a lot. See you later, bad guys. Yeah, it was only worth 6 exploration points. Alright, so this area is going to wear me down. We got honey from it, though. Okay, so this is one of the areas I was talking about, that since V has this skill, or since Leif has this skill, we can cross over like this. And then I think Kabu can break some things over here, maybe? Oh no, we're here. Yeah, it's here. So that opens one of the shortcuts in the desert. There's an Agaric Shroom up here, which I'm not sure why there's a different type of mushroom in this game. I don't remember if it has any special properties. And then from here, I think there's nothing of import on this screen. I will need to find Professor Hawk in the desert. This might actually be the screen. Yeah. This is actually good because after we've meeting Hawk twice, I think he goes back into Professor Honeycomb. Oh, and we got the Heaven Key. I forgot about that as well. Yeah, he's going back to Professor Honeycomb's. And when he does, that's where we get, well, it would have been the A to BP enhancer. by going up and getting them, but it's just going to be a mystery medal this time around. And in here, it might be like a digging spot, and Kabu hasn't learned to dig just yet, so I can't do anything there. But I thought there was a medal that I could get somewhere, just lying in the desert around here. It's not at the oasis. Yeah, let me try to find my way around. Oops. I got into an unexpected fight, and I'm in a bunch of trouble. Yeah, I'm near death already. Is there any way to recover from this? I do have an extra turn, and I do own a magic seed. And I do have a bit of TP. So yeah, let's see if we can pull this off somehow, even though this will be super difficult. It'll be a fun challenge. Right, I forgot that guy isn't down yet. So let's use a magic seed. I do own a magic seed, right? Yes, okay, great. To get V back up. Let's have the... Oh boy, we need some healing too. Yeah, let's use Leif Omelette to keep Kabu alive. And... actually, an Ice Fall could be really good, so let's turn Relay back to Leif. And have him cast Ice Fall. Yeah, it didn't do anybody frozen. So that's unfortunate. Alright, but I did manage to block all those attacks, so that's good. And I have that much. So yeah, you could do a Tornado Toss on the guy in the back. Wasn't as good as I hoped, but that's okay, because Kabu's about to dash through, and I think good things will happen. Leif is almost dead, though. And we're out of TP, so we're still not in great shape. So let's have him use a Honeyed Leaf to try to stay alive and get a little bit of TP back. And then get ready to block. That was a great block. And that was an okay block, but not enough. Okay. We're in a lot of trouble. I think I desperately need an Ice Fall to work. So let's try it again. I froze... oh, I actually killed two guys. Okay, that's actually really good. And we have enough hit points that we're going to stay alive, so I think we're still going to win this battle. This could have been worse. By a lot. Let's put V in front, because V deals the most damage. And yeah, if we turn Relay to V, she'll be able to finish this off. And we're going to get a lot of experience for it. Probably not enough to rank... actually, not all that much experience. 13. Not enough to rank up. By a long shot, actually. But we're still alive. And it only cost us a magic seed and a couple of other items. Okay. That's the other place that I wanted to cross. Let's just try to avoid all these bad guys. Because I need to go heal up a bit. Alright. Oh, and this guy's selling a medal here too. Does it also cost 35 like at the other shop? It does cost 35. And I do have that many berries on me right now, but I really need to rebuy like magic seeds and some other things. Okay, let me get myself back in good shape. I have healed up and replenished some items. So let's now try to cross the screen, and we do need to fight bandits. So let's go ahead and get some of that done as well. And this time I'm going to be more careful about how I do it. Admittedly, I have more resources to start. Let's try an Ice Fall at the beginning, now that they're all on the ground. And we froze two of them, that's pretty good. That means Kabu will deal extra dash-through damage, so rather than leave them frozen, I'll choose to take advantage of the extra damage and get a 5-5-4. And then... you... are already tired. So let's just have you two guys try to gang up on this guy in the back and see if we can finish this guy off. Actually, you're not going to deal any damage, are you? So let's have you relay to Kabu and have him deal some damage this way. Alright, didn't completely think that through, but that was an okay round of battle. And also an okay round of blocking. And I think we have plenty of damage output. To finish these guys off, you know what? I think that'll still be okay. Even though I hit the wrong button. Everything turns out peachy keen. Peachy keen. Sometimes words come out of your mouth and you're like, where did that come from? Like, I know that's like a saying. Psychor, I really don't need to deal with you. I want to come over here because I do think there's a medal hiding for me over here somewhere. Arrowworm, I also don't need to deal with you. Only interested in fighting the bandits right now. No, it's not here either. This is just this place. And the informants Team Slacker aren't even here yet. And here's the bandit, who just wants to rest and that we don't recognize as someone we've encountered before. There was a little blinky thing that went off on the screen. Is it a discovery from walking somewhere? Why did the detector medal go off on this particular screen? Oh, the crimson ore is with the camera. I don't think we'll be able to see it on a ledge up and to the right. I bet you that's what it's blinking for. Okay, I thought there was another medal over here, but I was incorrect. So now apparently we're fighting an arrowworm because I did not manage to get the jump on him. Alright, well, these things happen. Now my question is, are you going to bury back underground? No, you're not, which means maybe I can finish you off, and if I don't finish you off, I'll spy on you with Leif. And I did not, so let's spy on you with Leif, and now we'll know about you in the future. Like 11 hit points? 10. Alright. Good block timing. But yeah, even a couple of battles here in the desert are wearing out my team. In hard mode, I take a lot of damage. If I were better at awesome blocking, I wouldn't take as much damage. But I'm not, and so this is what we got. Okay, so in that case, what is next on our agenda of things to do? Alright, since we found Hawk in the desert, Hawk is back. Do we get a reward for helping him? Helping is its own reward. Okay, he gives us a freeze resistance medal, rather than the ADP enhancer. Alright. Well, freeze resistance, nobody's gonna freeze us for a long time, so that's actually not a very lucky medal to get right now. But I think basically we have to head out toward the sandcastle now, and work on some of the stuff with the bandits in the main story. And to do so, I think the beginning of it involves going down the well here in Defiant Root. So let's hop down there where I believe we'll be given a key so that we can fall into the bandits' trap and end up in their hideaway. Kabu will learn to dig, and we'll have to escape. I think is how the story goes. Oh wow, you can climb up like the top part of the well. I did not realize that before. I did not remember that this cost berries, so I'm glad I have some on me. Bandits in the southeast of the desert. Not suspicious at all. We've been given a key for 30 berries. And we can actually go to the southeast of the desert quite easily by taking the shortcut thing. Yes. Alright, so here we are at the southeast of the desert, and I think we just have to go like one screen over. However, there is another bandit to fight, and we need to get these for a quest, so let's do it. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna get like basically a heal and start over once we end up being abducted by the bandits. So I might as well spend TP to my heart's content. So let's spend TP to my heart's content. Icefall! Nice. Dash through! Also nice. One guy's down. You're not going to be able to deal any damage, are you? 0! Fantastic. The fantastic is sarcasm, but I'm still happy with how I spent that turn. Okay, V should probably go in the front. She's going to deal the most damage. And, in fact, if we relay to V, pretty sure we can finish this guy off. So let's relay to V, and deal 2 more damage from an exhausted V. Hooray! Alright, that's a fair amount of experience, too. We're working our way up toward that 111 for the next rank up. Oh, we got some berries to boot. Let's pick them all up, because I love berries. Getting the monies makes me happy. Alright, there's a cactling there. We don't have to deal with him. We do want to use this in order to get... I forget this is the earth key that's in here. It's like right over here. Yeah, I think this is the earth key. But we get mobbed by 1,000,000 bandits. Beat up off camera. And thrown in jail. But as a result, Kabu's gonna learn to dig. Oh, and then this is like the whole stealth region, isn't it? There's not gonna be any fighting for a while, and like combat is like the whole point of doing this playthrough again, because it's all different with the metal randomizer and with me knowing more of the strategy. Yeah, so I'm gonna skip ahead to when we get our items back and we can actually fight. Alright, I got all my stuff back after doing the stealth portion of the mission. So let's go kick some bandit butt. Take this guy by surprise. Hiya! Oops, I didn't take him by surprise. Oh boy. Okay, get ready to block. Get ready to block. Hooray. Everything's fine. Let's see. Guess I'll do a hurricane toss, since it is one of my favorites, and it's very effective. And then I think we'll be able to take this front guy out. If I take one guy out, I don't need to spend any more skill points. So you can deal some damage. And then you can turn a relay to V to deal some more damage. And then we're down to 1 enemy. Alright, that is good. And yeah, I could take a little bit more hit point abuse. So we don't need to bother to spend any skill points just at this moment. Nice, I got an awesome block. It's one of the few that I seem to know the timing of pretty well. Alright, V, go finish him off. Kablam! Sadly, only a couple of experience... Oh no, 20 experience points. That was totally worth it. We're gonna rank up. Okay, so in the next fight, I should feel free to use as much TP as I want, because it's gonna be amazing. Also, I found Stolen Silk. Hooray! So the next fight, I guess there's like a burglary dude down here. So let's totally get this guy and get a whole bunch of experience. Yeah! Okay, this is gonna be great. Alright, so I'm gonna deal one of those. I'm gonna do one of these. Let's try to hit it right here. Nice, got them both. Kabu, they're both frozen. Do your thing. With the dash through. Alright. Kabu also learned Understrike since he's now able to dig. You could turn relay to Kabu, who can then deal some more damage. And since I'm going to level up, I might as well Hurricane Toss, and I think that'll finish this guy off, even though V's tired. I think he's got 1 hit point left. Darn. Well, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that we all had fun. And that we won the battle and got a ton of experience, and are going to level up and get some overflow experience. And with the rank up, guess what I'm going to choose? I'm choosing Metal Points, because they're almost always the best. Alright. And with that... Oh, we've learned Cleanse. Very nice. But also... I could now equip, like, another TP plus if I wanted to. Actually, apparently I was not using all of my Metal Points from last time. Are there other things that I'd want to wear? Might as well put Spiky... I wonder how much Break Plus costs. I'm gonna equip these two, And let's just make sure in the next battle that we actually check out how much it costs for Leif to do that. And also, I just remembered there is a bond berry back in the kitchen area of this if I go back. And I want that thing. So let's go back and get that thing. And the other battles that are in here are not super interesting. But we do need to kill some more bandits, and this will, oops, I was going to say probably be worth it, but also this is actually going to wreck me a bit. Since I did not manage to get first action, and we don't have crazy prepared. Now everything is super scary. Okay, the most DPS would still come from Kabu doing a dash through. However, Leif could Ice Fall first, and then get them frozen, and that'll deal even more damage, so let's do that. Also, I need to get this guy out of the sky anyway. Great. Okay, now Kabu can dash through. And I'm just trying to get the most damage per turn, because that's what I enjoy doing. I don't know a whole lot about D&D, but my impression is that if I were, like, a D&D player, I would be a wizard who always casts Fireball or something. Okay, what is next? You could Hurricane Toss the guy in the back and take out one enemy, so let's do that. And you're not going to deal much damage, so let's just have you relay to V, and V will not quite be able to take this. I think actually V might be able to take this guy out now. Still has 1 hit point. Right, because V's not standing in front anymore. So she's not dealing 4 and 3, but instead is doing 3 and 2. Who wants to be in front at this point? V is going to get relayed to and have the most, so let's do that. You can just hit the guy in the back, so actually I wouldn't have to relay except for V's the only one I can hit because it's in the sky. Alright. Oh, I should have done this backwards. I should hit the burglar first. I did like some overkill on the back guy, and as a result, reduced by 1 the amount of damage I'm doing to the burglar now because V has some exhaustion kicking in. So that's the type of stuff that I was trying. Ooh, Kabu got a spiky bod block that dealt damage, like Thorns damage, back against the burglar that turn. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm trying to optimize all this stuff, and I'm still not succeeding at optimizing all this stuff. But at least I can call out when I've made mistakes some of the time. Oh, Crunchy Leaf. And some berries. How nice. Alright, I did go through a lot of TP there, so let's be careful. Oh boy. Let's be careful, he says. Immediately getting himself annihilated. Yeah, we might actually lose this fight and die. This would be an appropriate time to flee, I think. I need to be really careful about hitting the right buttons. Okay, we did it. Let's instead go this way because there's a yellow save point. Nope, it's turned into a blue save point now, so it doesn't heal me up. Alright, so I'm in a bit of a pickle. But I got clever and remembered that Leif has this skill, which means that rather than fight, I can simply not fight. To put it briefly, this is the room I want to come into. There's a few treasures in here. And with Leif in front, we should be safe from any more battles and still be able to obtain all the treasures. I can't remember if there's a bad guy down here. Apparently there is not, but there is a spot for Kabu to dig. So let's grab a crystal berry. Let's grab Tanji's horn, which for some reason is here. And then there's also a berry on a table that's like right here. It was right there, but I'm glad I had Leif blocking because I didn't actually land on the table. So let's try that again. And let's fall like right here. There we go. You got a bond berry, great. That is going to increase our TP capacity permanently by 1. And I will use it when I feel safe enough to do so, which I guess is now. It's a key item. Bond berry. Permanently increases TP. Great. And then I think we're hurting enough that I'm just going to try to waltz out of here. I'm trying to remember if I can go out this way. I believe I can and do... Oh! Venus is here. How convenient. In that case, I'll take some healing. And I can fight my way out. The way that I was intending to originally. Alright, so let's do these fights again, but let's do them in the non-stupid way that involves getting the first action. So, I think I'm going to knock one of these guys down, have you move in front and do an ice fall, which knocks the other guy down, then have Kabu dash through, because I love the skill, and then try to be smart with the rest of this. Okay, we have enough that we could take out at least this guy, because you deal 2, and I think you can even deal 1 even though you're really tired. Actually, I might be wrong. Yep, I'm wrong again. Yeah, strong start. Means that Leif's exhaustion ramps up more quickly, and always catches me by surprise. Alright, V is gonna go twice. We're gonna do a first attack on the guy in the back, who actually needs a bunch of hit points skilled. And then we're gonna do her second attack on the guy in the front, who only needs 1 more hit point to get knocked down, but V needs to reach. And then sure, Kabu can deal a couple damage to the burglar, piercing through his 1 defense. And then I just need to block. That is acceptable. Kabu's spiky bog did a little bit of damage, but it doesn't matter because either way, we were going to finish in this round of combat. And at this point, I've probably killed enough of the burglar bandit dudes or whatever to fulfill what I need for the quest. So I think maybe I'll just go ahead and try to bounce my way out of here. Yeah, and that's probably good for an episode at this point too. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do next time. There's actually, now that Kabu has the digging skill, there's a lot of options open to us. And so I might, yeah, I think I will, do this kind of a completely different way than I did in my first playthrough. Because I think we now have the ability to have Leif go get his icicle ability very soon. And that would be fun to get early and give us some chances to cross some rivers and different things. So, look forward to that. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Bug Fables, Metal Randomizer, fun stuff. I just realized I forgot to look at Leif's skill. So let's do that right now before I end the episode. I wanted to see how much Break Plus cost. It cost 5. Alright, since I equipped that metal. But it does reduce all enemies' defense. It just happens to be the one we have. Okay, see you guys again soon.